Hi everyone, this is Courtney, your Lexis research attorney. Just some quick tips on drafting motions. So a lot of the times when you're drafting motions or briefs to the court, there's going to be a procedural element to it as well as a substantive. So you not only have to figure out the substantive law that you're arguing, you also have to figure out procedurally what you need to prove. And so whenever you are asked to draft something for civil litigation, one of my most favorite tools on Lexis is under Practical Guidance. So it's the second tab over here on the left. And then this is all divided by practice area once you're in here. And there's a civil litigation module. And so when you go in here over on the left, you're going to have all the different tasks or parts of litigation all from start to finish. You can expand them all and go through them. So you've got the initial pleadings, which will be a complaint and answer, assessing jurisdiction, removing to federal court. You've got discovery, so this would be your depositions, your interrogatories, your e-discovery. Then scroll down a little further and you've got motions. So you've got motion practice fundamentals, which is just basically anything that you should know anytime you're filing a motion, any type of motion. Then you also have discovery motions and you have dispositive motions. So most of the time what you're writing about in your legal research and writing classes are dispositive motions. You're asking the court to dispose of one or more claims. And so under these dispositive motions, you open them up and you're going to have practice notes. These are short articles written by experts on the topic, talking you through everything you need to know from start to finish to draft these motions. So everything you need to know about drafting a default judgment, everything you need to know about an anti-SLAPP motion. You also have these blank templates. So these are boilerplate templates that you go back in and you fill in your party-specific information. You could also have some checklists, which can really come in handy to just double check and make sure you met all of the different points. Also some articles and some secondary materials on these dispositive motions. You can also narrow down by jurisdiction. So let's say I wanted to go into federal court. So I'm filing a dispositive motion in federal court. I could then go back up here to these practice notes, and they're all going to be organized in alphabetical order. So it starts with default, we have dispositive motions, resource kit in general, just all dispositive motions. We get down to judgment on the pleadings, motions to dismiss under Rule 12. We have motion to failure to join a party, motion to dismiss for failure to state a claim. So let's just go ahead and open up this one. So when we open up this practice note on failure to state a claim, you're going to see up at the top, it's got just kind of a table of contents of all the places you can jump down into this practice note. But if we do, say 12b6 requirements, here we even have a handy dandy video we could watch to learn a little bit more about 12b6. It's then going to have all of the binding law, so primary authority for that rule, any other rules that you would need to keep in mind. So what you're also going to see over on the right is anything else that you would need to complete this motion. So we've got forms, clauses, and checklists. You open that up and you have a handy dandy making and opposing a motion checklist that you can open up and review and make sure that you have everything that you need to make or oppose a successful 12b6 motion here. It's got everything that you need to include for the rules, what you need to draft, what to include in your motion for relief, everything that you can think of, just a handy dandy checklist there. So don't forget about that practical guidance and then that civil litigation module. It's one of my favorites.